Well, good morning and welcome back. A live look at Capitol Hill, where the government shutdown is now entering its 36th day, the longest in history. Today, Republican senators will have breakfast at the White House as the president pushes them to get rid of the filibuster, one potential way to reopen the government. Republican senators say they are not ready to do that. However, a handful of Democrats and Republicans have signaled they're making progress in talks behind the scenes. So right now, some of those talks have focused on a stopgap funding measure, but both sides have different views on when it would end. The talks come as tens of millions of Americans who rely on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program wait for their November benefits. A judge giving the Trump administration until today to tap into some emergency funds. The president said Friday it would be his honor to do so, but appeared to backtrack on Truth Social, blaming the shutdown. NewsNation's Ryan Bass live in Florida, where nearly 3 million people rely on these benefits. So, Ryan, how long will they be waiting? What are we learning today?
Well, Kelly, while the president says no food stamps until the government reopens, his press secretary walked that back a little bit, but did warn that it could take some time before families see that money on their cards to utilize those SNAP benefits. Now, the food aid fight has been at the center of this government shutdown, with close to 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP. Nearly 40% of them are kids. 2 judges have ordered the payments to resume, but the White House says there's only enough cash in that reserve to cover about half of this month's payments. Now, after the president posted on Truth Social that SNAP benefits will be given only when the radical left Democrats open the government, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that that was about frustration, not defiance, and that the administration will follow the court order.
We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post.
We don't know how many people will need more food because they were reliant on SNAP. We don't know how long this is going to last.
Now, the president could try to stop the payments and appeal here, but appellate attorney Chad Ruback, who we spoke to, told us they'd still have to follow those rulings for now. And while the money is still going out, families who rely on these SNAP payments say that partial payments, Kelly, will fall well short of what they actually need here in terms of the money to be able to fund getting their groceries and their basic needs. Yeah, that's a major concern in all of this. So, Ryan, how are states trying to cover now some of these funding gaps? So here in Florida, Ag Commissioner Wilton Simpson says that they are working with local food banks to make sure that their farmers keep those shelves stocked, while others are using their own funding here to try and close the gap. We've seen a number of states step up. In fact, 8 of them have said that they are going to be offering direct aid to SNAP benefits. Louisiana putting $150 million in state funds, while New Mexico is adding $30 million in emergency food aid. Like Florida, 28 states have increased funding for food banks to help SNAP recipients as well. We're also seeing a lot of local businesses step up, with nearly a dozen restaurants in my area here in Tampa Bay that are offering free meals to families to try and help them during this time as well. That's happening nationwide too. Communities pitching in however they can, Kelly, while families wait on those SNAP benefits to come in, hopefully in a couple of weeks in this month. Yeah, it's an uncertain time and concerning for so many. Ryan, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.